Very important news, guys. Now, there's two things that I wanted to tell you right now. First of all, is it doesn't have to be necessarily bad news that the market is moving bearish. So what you can see on the chart right now is Bitcoin, and you can see that we have broken out of this bearish correction pattern, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Why? Well, for all of us who have crypto invested, right, as a form of investment for the long term, yes, in the short term, we will lose out because we're going to be dipping into negative profits or losses for a time being. But the good news is the losses are not actually realized until you sell. So if you don't sell, you don't actually have a paper loss, which is a good thing, especially when it comes to crypto and the fact that global crypto adoption is growing over the years. But on the other hand, we do have another strong point, which is the fact that you are able to take short trades as well, even in the crypto market. So let's say you want to short the market at this point and you think it's going to go all the way down into the 20K mark. Well, if it does and you short it in a leveraged token sort of way, and the price makes its way all the way down into the 20K mark without hitting your stop loss first, well, in that case, you will have made around, let's see how much, 3.96 times your money. So almost 4 times your money at that point. So you're able to make money when the market is moving down as well. But how are you actually able to do that? Well, if you head on over to ZT Global, you can buy, for example, Bitcoin short leveraged futures, I believe, and Bitcoin long leveraged futures as well. And as you can see at this point, the long ones are going way down, whereas the short ones, or whoever was buying this and stocking up on it, they're going very, very nicely towards the upside. So what's happening? Well, since the market's going down, it's logical that Bitcoin short futures are going up in value. So anybody who shorted Bitcoin or who did it right here on the exchange made some nice money. But that's what I'm saying. You don't need to only trade on the upwards directions, right? Why wouldn't you just change your strategy a little bit and trade both directions? It gives you a chance to make literally how do I explain this? So if you're trading only one direction, you're taking advantage of only 50% of the moves, because on average, the price is only moving, it all comes back to a certain point. Well, for cryptos, they always tend to go up, which is why it's okay. Even if we go all the way down, we're probably going to go back up at some point, which is what I firmly believe. But I'm here to tell you in an honest manner what's happening with the market. So let's look at Bitcoin's chart right now. We have a fat zone of resistance on top. We have a fat zone of support right here. This is an example of a bullish flag formation where the stem or the staff of the flag is acting as the minimum price objective. So essentially, whenever you have a flag, same as right here, you take the staff of the flag and you put it on where the break is, and you get your price objective. So how does this look in terms of Bitcoin? Well, we do have a staff of the flag and we have the actual flag. So what happens is I take the staff of the flag and I get my minimum price objective to be somewhere around the 20K mark perfectly. Now 20K perfectly coincides with the previous all-time high level, which is why I've marked this zone, because it will act as a tremendous level of support. So what I can see happening, and this is just my opinion, you don't have to listen to me. I mean, obviously, I'm not an advisor or anything. You should do your own due diligence before investing. But just looking at the chart logically, we have some bearish momentum building up right now. So we could move down into the 30K level. But the 33K, 30K level, it's a very, very strong zone of support. So from here on out, we could see a huge rebound all the way up into the 45K mark, where we're going to see some massive resistance and start off a nice retracement all the way down here. So that's in the ultimate bearish scenario. There is another scenario though where we don't move completely bearish, which is this one. We move down, we find some support around the 30K level, we make a false breakdown here, find some more support, create a double bottom or a head and shoulders pattern or something along the lines of a reversal pattern in the market, and then we just continue moving towards the upside. And then, it's just going to be a question whether or not this is going to be a resistance again, or we're going to break through and find support at this area to continue moving upwards. A lot of scenarios, but as usual here on ZT Global, I will be letting you know what's going to happen in the market, and I will be updating you promptly. Now, one of the things that you need to take into consideration as well is, first of all, news. So the correlation with stocks is very high. So as you can see, if we head on over into the S&P 500 chart, which we can see right here, we can see pretty clearly that the SPX is also falling. Now that's on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, it's also falling quite drastically. Now that includes other indexes such as the Dow Jones 30, which is also falling. You know, the Nasdaq is also falling, as you can see right here. All of the major stocks are falling. Now, why are they falling? Well, because inflation fears are increasing, because you know, over time right now the Fed is going to be increasing their interest rates, and also other countries are going to be following, which essentially means that inflation will be lowered over time, and what's going to happen is less money is going to be printed and pumped into the market. That's pretty much what happens. So that's why we may see a little retracement in the market, but generally I'm not too afraid. I mean, even if we do go down into the 20k level, it sort of sounds like the level where all the big boys will buy in, you know, just to push the price tremendously higher. So it's going to be a fun ride for those of you holding. The best strategy is to dollar cost average, just buy at any single point around here, and at some point obviously diversify as well. Don't only put all your eggs into one basket, and at some point your price is bound to make more and more profits. Now, Nasdaq, okay, we talked about that. I mean, we could go over a few other coins, but basically everything looks the same. Bitcoin right now is going to reach its first zone of support around the 37k level. After that, it's all the way clear until the 34k level, and then the next one will be all the way down here at the 30k level. So those are the three zones to take into consideration right now. Make sure to check out ZT Global if you want to buy some Bitcoin shorts potentially, or if you believe it's going to go long very soon, you can buy that as well. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little intensive market recap. Hope you join me for the next one, and I will see you in the next video. But lastly, I am not a financial advisor, and anything you do invest in crypto, blockchain, or NFT projects is on your own liability, and you should do your own due diligence. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.